Well, Trevor's joining us here in the studio to talk about the Peel Centenary Centre. It's always nice to talk to you guys because, I mean, I think most people know what you took on there, what it started with and where it's at now. But the work goes on, and we'll come to that part of it in a second. But I know you'll use this opportunity to really just give a mention of what the amazing acts you have coming up. And I know you have to book some things like years in advance, don't you?
Well, we tend to. I mean, the difficulty is obviously some of the acts that we're trying to book are on tour from time to time, so we've got to plan with their management. At the moment, we're booking round about June, July 2018.
That must be a headache sometimes.
Well, it can be because logistically you have to plan ahead, and obviously you have to then remember to look at the airline's schedules once they release those dates, and again, or with the steam packets. So we have to sort of constantly keep an eye and monitor progress.
How important is it for the West to have its own cultural community centre? Like Ramsey's now, I think, looking at your model, aren't they, in that sense?
Yes, I believe so. I think the thing about the Centenary Centre, we say, yes, we're based in Peel, but in fact, we're here for the whole of the Isle of Man. And that's been proven because regularly I talk to people which I recognise as being new faces through the door at the Centenary Centre. More often than not, they're coming through for the first time. And the amount of times I've heard, we didn't even know this place was here, but now we know we'll be back. It's fantastic. So I say we're not really there for the west of the island, we're there for the whole island.
Is it non-profit? I mean, how do you actually, what sort of model do you have to operate these things
on?
No,
it's completely managed and run by volunteers. We don't pay a penny of salary to anybody. We've got a fantastic team of directors and volunteers. Some of them are there almost every single weekend.
That's dedication.
And I think the joy about the place is people want to be there. They have a passion, which is why they're there, as opposed to it just being a job.
It's an example, isn't it, of the private sector / what you would call it, third party, that have that thing and find a gap and go in there. I mean, obviously the villa's still under government control and that sort of thing, but this is where just passion and determination can really make a difference.
I think it does, and you know, and without name dropping, we had Barbara Dixon on last weekend, and she loved the theatre because it's only 200 seats, so it's very intimate space. So even if you're sat right at the back, you'll still feel very much part of the performance. So it's lovely from that point of view as well.
Well, let's talk about some of the things you've got coming up. I mean, there's a few in the next month or two, isn't it? I mean, the long list is presumably on your website.
It is. I mean, at the moment our website runs out for shows going round to about the end of July. There's more coming on very shortly. I made some brief notes before I came out actually, but I was surprised by what I've got. So this coming Saturday, we've got Daphne's Flight, who are this wonderful female group of ladies, Julie Matthews, Chris Wilde, and our own Christine Collister, of course, amongst others, that met 22 years ago at the Cambridge Festival and have actually got back together this year. They're just about to release a new album. It's going to be a super evening. It's pretty much sold out, I have to say. So if you have got a ticket, you're in for a great night. The 20th of May, we've got this fabulous act called the Caffreys from Newcastle. And I don't know if you saw, but there was a programme on BBC, I think it was BBC 4 last year, called UK's Best Part-Time Bands. It was hosted by Midge-Ure. And these guys were one of the finalists, and they were superb. And I emailed them, and they said, "Yeah, I would love to come to the Isle of Man." So literally almost a year later, they're coming over. They're a wonderful five-piece group from Newcastle. The 1st of July, it gets even better because we've got Jackie Dankworth that's coming to the centre. She's been here once or twice before, a number of years back now. Fantastic artist. We're really excited about her being here. On the 22nd of July, we've got a guy who's been over last March, I think, called Cy Cranston, who is superb. He's jive, he's rock and roll. He's being regarded as sort of the new Jackie Wilson. He's very, very good. So a whole host of things there. We also run out the centre films. So we use it as a cinema. We've got a cinematic licence. And we've got a whole host of films coming up in the next couple of months, including Bridget Jones' Baby and a great comedy, What We Did on Holiday, starring David Tennant and Billy Connolly. Right. So that's coming up. And then in the middle of all of this, in the middle of July, we've also got a week of Keltfest. So we've got Professor Alice Roberts, we've got some fantastic Celtic bands coming along as well. So that's just really in the next few months.
Okay, well,
and I could go on and on, but
your website, really, keep an eye on your website will be the thing to do. But before you go, we're talking about all this money you have to put into make this thing operate. I know at the minute you've got quite an ambitious plan to do the PA.
We have. We've got a PA system which has been running really tirelessly for the last 12 years. It's getting a little bit tired, so we've actually launched an appeal. We're looking to replace it with a state-of-the-art system that will also include surround sound for the cinema. But it comes at a price. It's probably the best money can buy it, so we need to raise in the region of £50,000.
Okay, that's pretty mind-boggling numbers for a PA.
Is.
That's got to be a great one, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, it's super.
How do you go about that? Do you just hold coffee mornings, or what sort of thing do you do?
Well, no, we're very fortunate in that we have some people that support us. We've had some money through the Arts Council and the Lottery Trust are very supportive of us. And we have another small trust that we're talking to at the moment, who I can't name.
Sure.
But that's helping us. And of course, we have got money that we've put away over the last couple of years that we're actually contributing towards that as well. We're still a little bit short, but we're hopefully going to get there sometime.
Well, everyone's interested. They should get in touch. Again.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you never have enough equipment. I know that's for sure.
Certainly.
And whatever you get will be out of date the next day. So it's a constant thing to keep, and that's important, isn't it, to keep up to date?
I think it is. I mean, the whole thing about the Centenary Centre is we're providing an intimate space that is trying to deliver quality entertainment. And with that, you've got to have the infrastructure and you've got to have the equipment to deliver that. Otherwise, you don't get the full experience. So we try and do our best to do everything a professional theatre would, but obviously it's our passion, it's our hobby, but it's something that we love doing. So we need the equipment, we need it to be right, as indeed the people and the performers, the whole thing needs to be right. That's what we aim to do.